A rainy morning turned foggy afternoon in New York City as we welcome you to Belson Stadium. The Big East Digital Network proudly presents Big East Women's Soccer. It's the St. John's Red Storm and the UConn Huskies in their second meeting of the 2021 season, coming up in just a few minutes here in Jamaica, Queens. Hi, everyone. Drew Casey here with you, along with the rest of our Big East Digital Network crew, and so glad you've decided to join us for a matchup between two teams fighting for a playoff position as the second half of the regular season in the Big East comes into full swing. Take a look at the numbers on the goal side. St. John's allowing about a goal a game, but UConn is better, allowing just one goal every 2 games or so, and offensively, both teams have scored 17 goals through their first 9 games. That's just shy of 2 goals per game. 3 of UConn's 17 goals on the season, well, they've come off the bench in the form of junior Isabel Lynch. Lynch scoring 2 goals earlier this week against Villanova, and all 3 of her goals have come in the last 3 for the Huskies, who made the day trip down to Queens earlier today. 8 games, 3 goals, and 6 points for Lynch. On the Red Storm side of things, the offense goes through redshirt senior Johnny Kajan. That's no secret in the league or nationally. Kajan, 28 career goals, including 4 this season. One of those goals against Seton Hall earlier this week in a 3-2 double OT loss on the road. St. John's and UConn in a late-season Big East East Division matchup. The opening kickoff is coming up. It's St. John's and UConn after this on the Big East Digital Network.
St. John's University, our students believe, serve, explore, and achieve. A Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global university, we are at the heart of where lives are enriched. We provide a transformative education that goes far beyond the classroom. We aspire to do more. And for nearly 150 years, the St. John's story has been the story of New York City. We are New York's team. We are St. John's.
If your money is working toward the same goals, why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right. If your money is working toward the same goal.
Moments away from the opening kickoff here at Belson Stadium on what will be a foggy afternoon. The UConn Huskies getting set. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for this UConn side that comes 6-2-1. In between the pipes, we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But look at number 3, the forward, Yamile Evelard, one of the scorers up top for this UConn side. 3 goals coming into play today. And along the backside, Melina Kuzis is a strong, stalwart defender in the center of that UConn defense. And in between the pipes for the UConn Huskies, Randy Palacios, she has been there for quite a while. She's played every single minute in goal for UConn last season, and so far this season, it's been more of the same for Randy in between the pipes for the UConn Huskies. The redshirt senior is 6-2-0 overall with 5 clean sheets throughout the season. On the St. John's side of things, the starting 11 for the Red Storm, it looks a little bit different, including what you'll see in the middle of the offense. Annie Wysong gets the start, as does Grace Paradis in the midfield. Johnny Kajan, our featured player at the top, she'll play up front with Hornsey as well as Ava Collins, and Jessica Garziano in the middle at her attacking midfield position. She is tied for second in the Big East lead in goals. And you see 0-0, not just 1-0 in the goalkeeper yellow for St. John's. They've made a change in between the pipes. It will be Jordan Camp, the graduate student and goalkeeper, will make just her second start of the season, her 4th appearance. Nia Lipkins has started 9 and has started in 8 of 9, I should say. Lipkins has started, but it will be Jordan Camp, the experienced senior leader, as we get set for the opening kickoff between these two sides here in Queens. You can see it's certainly foggy. That's just not on the cameras. It's a lot worse when you're here in person. Heavy rain falling prior to this one getting going. Settled down right around 12:30, about an hour and a half ago. It's cleared, and both teams going through their final progressions here. St. John's in desperate need of a victory. Ian Stone saying as much, telling the team as well yesterday. This is a must-win game. St. John's checking in the Big East Division, which is made up of 6 teams, currently in 4th with a .417 winning percentage. Only the top 2 will qualify for the postseason, and Georgetown has all but solidified a spot already. They're 6-0-1. UConn is second, looking to stay second, and St. John's with a win here today with 3 games remaining for the Red Storm could shake things up. They look to do that. They're in the home whites there as they break their huddle, and we are just about set to go here from Belson Stadium in Jamaica, Queens on the Big East Digital Network. Thanks for being with us and spending part of your Sunday as we wrap up the Women's Soccer Conference season all across BEDN today. St. John's coming off a 3-2 double overtime loss on the road at Seton Hall in the final 30 seconds. UConn is coming off a dominant performance at home in which they knocked off Villanova by a score of 3-0. Both goalkeepers are ready. Our officials check the clocks, and we are underway here in Queens. Andrea Polari is our referee in orange on field as St. John's and UConn is underway here this afternoon. Huskies in the visiting national flag blue base uniforms with the white numbers. St. John's is in the home whites with the red numbers. And right off the jump, this is Jada Conti, who drops back for Capadonna and sent in further by Kara Long, top of the 18. These two teams that like to shoot and get the ball on frame. You saw it in the open. Both teams in the mid-teens in shots per game that they've averaged. The last time out for the Red Storm against Seton Hall, they outshot the Pirates 28-13, but did come up short in double OT. UConn on the other side on Thursday outshot Villanova 20-1 and 10-0 on goal. As there's Jordan Camp, the St. John's goalkeeper, the graduate student, making just her second start. She's only played 68 minutes all year. She's only faced 3 shots. In fact, she doesn't have a save. And you'd have to bet UConn, when they saw Camp in the lineup today, they'll want to test her early and often. First touch for the UConn keeper, Palacios. Started and played 70 minutes against Villanova. Did not have to make a save on Thursday and got a little bit of a respite, 20 minutes, the final 20 minutes, with the game largely decided at 3-0. UConn, though, looking to find itself on the road. They have yet to win on the road this season. This is only their 4th match away from Stores, and a brand new, beautiful facility where they are perfect. And the same true for St. John's here at home. They are perfect at home, a perfect 5-0. Ian Stone in his 27th season looking to make something happen. Started 5-0 and since have dropped the last 4, at least without a win, 3 losses and 1 tie. This pass sent inside looking for Evelard, and it's knocked away by St. Jean. Collins here ahead for Jani Kajan, behind her though, and sent on forward by Giulio Petrillo. Both teams will look to go transition. St. John's wants to keep this one low, keep it on the feet. UConn the advantage in the air, but the fog and perhaps the wind a little bit later. The wind can always sneak up on you at Belson Stadium, and on a day like today, with some wind warnings later, have to wait and see. This one's through, but it's past everyone, intended for Collins, with Kuzis marking her in the center of the field. Kuzis came to UConn as a center mid, but Margaret Rodriguez converted her to her center back, and she has just been exceptional since that change. Kuzi's the senior from Baldwin Place, New York. Jordan Camp restarting out left and on high. That will fly out over the far touchline. St. John's has switched the sides. Nicole Moulter and Brooke Boyd across the back line. Moulter goes to left back, Brooke Boyd to right back for today's contest. St. John and Turner in the middle. And across the midfield, Hornsey on the left, Wysong on the right inserted. And in the center, Garziano and Paradis. See Garziano attacking with Kajan and Collins up top, as a free kick will come for the Red Storm here. Camp goes short back to Catherine Turner, who's played every single minute of the season, number 14 for the Red Storm. Center back for the Johnnies. This turf facility here at Bellson Stadium, no visible water to speak of, and it certainly was coming down this morning. And when both teams initially came out, UConn arrived about 3 hours before the game, right around 11 a.m. Camp gets fancy with it and has to clear and is able to do so. Gets it all the way ahead. Here's Collins on the run. Petrillo for UConn is there first, and she'll clear in the direction of Harnett. Day trip for the Huskies, as you would expect in these COVID times. They'll head back following the conclusion of this one. You never know with traffic heading into the city. Here's Turner here, a scoreless game. We're 5 minutes in on the Big East Digital Network. Brooke Boyd pushing up. Gives for Wysong, making her first start of the season. Keeps in near the corner flag. Trying to reverse around Capadonna. And able to win a corner for the Red Storm. This will be the first corner kick for either side. It'll be Kajan to take. Wysong heading towards the goal line. Always have to look for Garziano, 12, and Collins, number 8 for the Red Storm. They put 5 at the top of the 18 with Wysong right in front of the keeper, Palacios. Kajan is ready. Here comes the corner. Looking for a head. It gets through everybody and bends around and out for a goal kick. It's a little too strong for the Red Storm. First corner of this game. No shots just yet as we play in the 6th minute. Again, UConn currently second in the Big East East Division. The top 2 in each division qualify for the postseason. It goes by winning percentage. Georgetown first in the East at 929, and UConn is second at 643. St. John's is 4th currently at 417, so in big need of a win today and a couple of others. Transition game for UConn. That's what they want to do. Capadonna here. Now long, well out wide. Dropping back to Capadonna, the freshman. Sends in top of the 18, controlled nicely by Long. And sent on back and got a piece of Capadonna's noggin as possession tries to be maintained by the Huskies. As these two sides renewing their long-term Big East rivalry. The Huskies, of course, rejoining the conference. This is the second meeting since that's happened, second of the year. 25th all-time meeting. UConn holds the overwhelming advantage 17-6-1, an offside play. Ava Collins was just a bit too quick, but the flag was up on the near sideline. There's Evelard. 3 goals this season, 10 for the career for the senior from Valley Stream, New York. All of her goals for number 3, 3 of them have been at home, as has where the Huskies' success has been. One headed down by Paradis, works its way to Jackie Harnett, the sophomore backline player for the Huskies. Finds Elmore ahead near the corner flag, double teamed by St. John and Moulter, and it will be a quick throw awarded to the Red Storm. Hornsey sends this one ahead, heavily braced left leg, has been the case all season. This one will fly out right near the UConn bench, the Huskies under third-year head coach Margaret Rodriguez, longtime assistant and former player for this UConn program. Tied for fourth as a goal scorer all-time in program history. In the late 90s, scored 43 goals and 42 assists through her career as a player. And now the head coach of this UConn side. Here's Brooke Boyd, the wind whipping the white jersey, and sent on a bit further, but right to the legs of Melina Kuzis. Both teams want to go transition, and so far this has turned into a largely middle third game with both teams trying to execute in that fashion. Zaccanini for Harnett. Back to Zaccanini near the center circle. One winds and fires down the near sideline. Collins on the run for the Red Storm. Instead taken by Kuzis. And now long for Evelard. One-on-one with Boyd. Evelard goes down. Clean play, play on. May have lost her footing on the slick turf. Turner for Wysong. Member of the leadership committee for this Red Storm team. Similar to a captain. And she gets the start. One of the senior leaders does. As does Jordan Camp. That's the big lineup change for the Red Storm. Camp in goal instead of Lipkins. And inserting Annie Wysong and Grace Paradis into the on-field starting 11. Elmore on the run. Moulter, the freshman defender who is making her 8th start, has appeared in now over 600 minutes for this Red Storm team. The freshman from Islip. Conti here. Now for Kara Long. Miss hits that one. It will sail well wide and well wide of cage outside the 6. No shots have been officially registered so far in this game. We are 11 minutes in with no score between the Red Storm and the Huskies. Drew Casey here with you on the Big East Digital Network. Thanks for being with us. Able to get this game in on time and as scheduled after some tough weather earlier. Cross in for the Huskies. Headed down and away by Paradis to the feet of Garziano. Taken away from behind by Mazzo. Mazzo has it back off her right flick and got it off the chest on a deflection, and Evelard fires a loose ball high and wide, and it caught Brooke Boyd's foot on the way through. A corner for UConn. It'll be their first as Jackie Harnett goes over to take 3 assists on the year. That leads the team. Harnett did score a goal against CCSU as Jessica Mazzo lines up in the cage there, waiting on the corner through the fog. On the way in from Mazzo. Goes towards the top of the 18. Nobody home except the head of Kajan. Conti one-on-one with Collins. Space for Zaccanini to reverse it right for Harnett, who had dropped back and couldn't reverse course for a St. John's throw. Officially, UConn credited with 1 shot, the last opportunity from Evelard. Whistle and a foul called against the Red Storm. UConn with a free kick coming on the edge of the attacking third. Outside of a corner for both sides, this the first dangerous free kick opportunity. It will be Elmore, the redshirt junior from England and Liverpool. 13th minute, looks to the bench for some instructions, largely from her teammates. Elmore is ready. And it is cleared. A couple of players had to stop after their first step. Almost looked like they were treading water a bit. UConn has controlled the action so far. Middle third and attacking third for UConn. St. John's has not been able to get into their attacking third. Huskies back on it. Here's Conti. Dropping off, a little behind Capadonna. Maintains and fires a slow shot, one hop for Jordan Camp. So that will officially go down as the first save for Camp today and this season. Second shot for the Huskies. Through ball ahead for Wysong. Tackled away by the Huskies and Capadonna. We take another look at the first shot on goal of today's game. Coming on, it's Capadonna, able to bend it around, but easy stop for Jordan Camp, the experienced graduate student in between the pipes. Entering the 15th minute, about a third gone here in the first half. No score between UConn and St. John's in this Big East match number 6 for St. John's. Make that number 7 and match number 8 in the conference for the Huskies. St. John's had a match about 10 days ago postponed with Providence here at home, which essentially has turned their season into what was 5 straight at home, 5 wins, and the last 4 have been away from Belson Stadium, and the Johnnies are 0-3-1 in those contests. First meeting of the season between these two up in Stores was a 1-0 win for the UConn Huskies. It was Yamali Evelard scoring early in the 11th minute, and that was it. This one dropped back a little bit out of reach of Kajan, but Garziano steals, and the turnover. It's Collins inside the box, fires a shot, and it's on goal, and controlled by Palacios. Off the 2 hands and straight to the ground. Palacios wearing the red-based unis and the bright green cleats. Redshirt senior with a career record of 15, 18, and 2, 9 clean sheets. This year she is 6-2-0. Taking another look at the first shot for the Red Storm. Collins with some space here. Got inside, worked around Petrillo, and sent it right on through. But perfect positioning for Palacios to make the save. So the shot's now 2-1 in favor of UConn. This one intended for Conti. Turner seeing if it will end up going out, and it will. Miscommunication in the back end. It will lead to a throw-in for UConn. As both teams watch on from the respective benches at what is a 0-0 contest to this point, 17 minutes in. Evelard here, one-on-one with Boyd. As Turner crashes over and tackles away and out for another UConn attacking third throw-in. We've had no substitutions in this game so far. And no golden scoring opportunities just yet either. Jada Conti there, defended by Turner as we wait for the throw. And Conti will take from long. Over near the corner flag, we'll try and win a corner. Instead, it will be a long throw, which Kara Long will come up to take. The junior from Monroe, New York, who has 2 assists, both against Seton Hall back on March the 14th. Tight quarters operating for the Huskies here. Evelard reverses back to Long. Sent in, and Camp off her line to secure the cross and prevent any further damage. Cass Elmore was chasing in as Camp restarts play. See that blue armband on the left arm, another one of the members of the leadership committee for the Red Storm. Again, similar to a captain. Here is Collins with Kajan ahead of her. It's 1-on-4, threading the needle for Kajan, and it's cleared by Kuzis. Head coach Margaret Rodriguez in her 3rd season for UConn, telling us before the game that knowing where number 5 for the Red Storm, that's Kajan, is at all times, will be highly critical, especially for the team's center backs and Kuzis. Huskies also want to be a transition team and be consistent as they have been all season. Long tried to engineer that near transition run. Huskies have controlled the possession so far. They lead in shots 2-1. Garziano weaving through, ahead for Kajan. And Kuzi's again there. That'll be a big time matchup to watch for the Red Storm if they can get free. And here comes the first substitution. Annie Wysong, who got the start, will check out after 19 minutes of action. And on comes Michelle Money, who has appeared now in all 10 games for the Red Storm in this spring 2021 competitive season. Money, the junior from Crofton, Maryland. On the ball here, out front. Her shot is stopped by Palacios. So Money in for just seconds and rifles the shot on Cage. Shots now even up at 2. Both of the Red Storm shots have been on net, but still no high-quality chances for either side. Red Storm, though, settling in a bit after it was all UConn for the first 15 minutes. Harnett sent ahead. This is Conti. Mazzo tied up there by Paradis, and the whistle will blow, and they'll get Grace Paradis for the foul. Third foul called against St. John's. Free kick from just outside the center circle. It's Harnett. Huskies have 5 at the top of the 18. This one will get towards the 6, headed away by Turner. Now Money with fresh legs. But Harnett is there to step through. Harnett continuing the run towards the flag now on Collins. And it will result in a corner kick, and Ava Collins does not agree with the call there. And here comes the corner for the Huskies. They'll be there second. Emma Zaccanini will trot over there to take. Huskies setting up with 6 in the box, and now make it 7 as Kara Long joining late. Corner on the way. Floating in, looking for Evelard. Loose momentarily, kept in by Conti, but cleared by Collins, and further along now by Paradis and the Red Storm. No score between these two sides, nearly halfway gone in the first half of play in this Big East contest. Shots are even at 2. 2 stops for the Huskies keeper, Randy Palacios, and 1 stop for the St. John's keeper, Jordan Camp. But again, no high-quality chances just yet. First game between these two teams did not feature too many chances either. Huskies cashed in early in the 11th minute. Yamali Evelard scoring on a great feed from Jessica Mazzo. This one gets back to Camp and sent on further. Shani Kajan had a couple of good chances in the second half. Advantage granted here for the Red Storm as they move left to right. Looking for Kajan, and a bit too far. She had to stop her run. Her hair had come loose, and she was able to quickly get it out of her eyes. Kajan on it now from Hornsey, but taken now by Zaccanini. Finds Capadonna in the midfield. Chipped ahead. Mazzo, transition play for Evelard. Nice breakout. Using the outlet are the Huskies. Something else they want to do throughout. Kajan for Hornsey. Tried to get it ahead, but stepped into there by Harnett. Capadonna looking for Evelard. Boyd settles. It's the speedy Conti on, though. Evelard off the back of her foot. A little miscommunication, tight quarters for the Huskies. Here's Kara Long. Sent back to her by Turner. Aside from a couple of personnel changes, Red Storm have switched the formation a bit today, with Boyd and Moulter switching sides on the back line and Hornsey and Wysong switching sides in the midfield. This is Hornsey now on the left side. And sent on further, and it will just be taken by the Huskies. And Julia Petrillo, redshirt junior from Tampa, Florida, making her 4th start. Did not play all of 2017, 18, and 19, but making an impact here in 2021. And the whistle blows. It will be St. John's possession. Foul against the Huskies. Should allow also substitutions to come on for both teams. Not quite yet. Now let the free kick go. St. John for Moulter, who sends on further for Collins, making a run along the left sideline. Here come those changes, one for both sides.
For Connecticut, number 9, Jada Bedoya.
Jada Bedoya comes on for UConn.
For St. John, number 26, Grace Bernardi.
And Grace Bernardi comes on for the Red Storm. Just her 3rd appearance.
Correction, Grace Bernardi.
2 matches so far this year, 39 minutes on the field at the moment. Here's Garziano for St. John's in the home whites. The lights are turned on here in Queens. Kajan over near the corner flag. Chips back for Garziano, 2 leading scorers of this team, and it's taken away nicely by Kuzis. Strong defender and showing just as much so far for this UConn team. Avillard had it knocked away by Turner. It's a UConn team that has only allowed 4 goals the entire season in what has been 9 matches so far.
Entering for UConn, number 26, Kara Jordan.
These 2 teams go back a ways throughout the Big East history. Taking a look, this is the 25th all-time meeting between these 2 teams. UConn has controlled the series. The last meeting, UConn 1-0. The victory back on March 11th. But you see the bottom there, 8 of the last 10 meetings decided by 1 goal or fewer. Renewing that rivalry and getting twice as much this season with the newly configured season just for travel purposes and COVID precautions. 6 teams in the East Division, each playing each team twice for a total of 10 games in league play. And in the Midwest, 5 teams, each playing each other 2 times for a total of 8 league games. The top 2 in each division qualify for the postseason. And it is not based on points this season. The typical 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie does not apply. Just because not every team may be able to get each and every game in. So far, though, it looks like that may be possible, but it is going by winning percentage. The flag is up on the near side, offsides. Kajan was looking for Hornsey. And at the moment, Georgetown at 6-0-1 in the East Division, a .929 winning percentage, all but into the postseason. UConn currently 2nd at 643. Providence is 3rd at 583. And St. John's is currently 4th at 417. Red Storm definitely in more need of a win to stay alive or stay in the picture today. Huskies, though, also want to keep the winning ways going, playing a very good brand of soccer. St. John's head coach Ian Stone very impressed with the way they've been playing, especially since conference play has begun. And coming back into a different league, members of the American Athletic Conference in the last competitive season in 2019. This is money for the Red Storm. Sent in and headed away by Kuzis for Capadonna. Dropping further in, reversing the ball. Finds Conti through the traffic, who breaks out far side right. Harnett. Garziano takes in the midfield. Chipped ahead for Kajan, but not on the same page, and it is cleared by Palacios. Not many chances for either side in this one. Shots are 2-2. As we're nearly 2/3 complete with the first half, we're in the 29th minute here on the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi. Thanks for being with us. UConn player goes down behind the play. That's Harnett. She's back to her feet. This one flies out, and Palacios off her line. But the Red Storm will wait and take the corner. This will be corner kick number 2 for the Red Storm. And Garziano will take this on the right side. Michelle Money working her way towards the box. There's Paradis holding down the fort deep. UConn has sent everyone forward except for one, that one being Conti. Red Storm have dropped 3 back, and well, now Conti is going to join defensively. Red Storm goes short to Kajan, moves to her left, fires with the left foot right to Palacios, the rebound, and she covers it. Best chance of the game for either side so far. Palacios had the positioning and covered it up as she grabs the save and stones the Red Storm in tight and keeps this 1-0. 3 shots, 3 on goal for St. John's, and 3 saves. As we take another look at the best chance so far, the short corner to Kajan, looks for space, fires with the left, sharp angle, and the rebound was also stopped and controlled by Palacios too. Definitely the best chance. Still, I wouldn't call it a grade A quality chance. Clean tackle there and kept by the Huskies. Harnett along that far side gets through past Hornsey, and it will result in a throw-in coming for UConn. Under 15 minutes to play in the opening half. Fog burning off a bit. And the lights turned on here at Belson Stadium. This is Collins, defended by Capadonna. Now for Money, who draws pressure from Long, as well as Kara Jordan, who's just checked in. This is Jordan, trying to find Mazzo to her right, but stepped into by Paradis. Kajan towards the defensive third. Don't usually see Johnny in this area. It's knocked away by Kara Jordan, and it will be a St. John's throw-in. 3 more changes, 1 for the Red Storm.
For the Huskies, number 22, Isabel Lynch. And number
Isabel Lynch checks in for UConn, our player to watch. And the Open scored 2 goals off the bench. The last time out for the Huskies in a 3-0 win over Villanova. All 3 of Lynch's goals have come off the bench, just an energy boost. And Huskies would love to see her score her 4th. Foul on UConn. We're going over the top on that throw-in. Devin Schiller is also on for the Red Storm. The redshirt sophomore from Massachusetts, appearing in now her 7th game of the year. Restart got all the way to Koozies, almost came up on her arm there, but shouldered away. Erin Spillane is also on for UConn, replacing Jada Conti. Both teams have opened the benches here over the last 10 or 15 minutes. This is Garziano with Kajan nearby. Back to Garziano. Kajan, shot blocked. And it's controlled and taken on further by Spillane. Now Jordan sends this one ahead in the direction of Lynch. There are lots of newcomers to the lineup operating on this left side for UConn. Huskies are 6-2-1, 4-2-1 in Big East play. St. John's is 5-3-1 and 2-3-1 in conference play. Looking for Lynch and drop back where St. Jean can clear. Here in the 33rd minute, we're scoreless. Shots are 3-2 in favor of St. John's and 3-1 shots on goal. Kajan. Sent on further now for Collins with space, and Garziano to her left, Money to her right, Money with space. This is Michelle Money moving in, Jordan crashing back. Money is through, Money fires and the shot's blocked. Coming over and knocking that one away was Kara Long. Michelle Money had gotten through, was looking perhaps for her first career goal. Instead, it will be a corner. Another good opportunity for the Red Storm. Taking another look at this run as Kajan readies for the corner. Great find, Money. Got through Jordan. And a little friendly fire, two defenders taking each other out. But crossing over, a third defender in Kara Long was able to stone it before it got to the goalkeeper. So here's Kajan to take the corner. Corner number 3 for St. John's. On the way in, looking for a head, knocked away. Looked like it did get a Red Storm head in Garziano, but it went all the way across the goal mouth. Still controlled, though. Paradis with Boyd up from her right back position. St. John pushing ahead. Turner fans on that one, but it works its way on to Bernardi. St. John's perhaps with the 2 best chances in this game to this point, the last 2. No shot coming from the last opportunity. They have adjusted well to what the Huskies have presented them, and we'll have a stoppage here. A card could be coming, and it is. It will be on Paradis. Dangerous play from behind and the tackle without connecting with the ball as they stop the clock with 10:28 remaining here in the first half. Paradis is whistled for the yellow. First time a player has gone into the book in this one this afternoon. Andrea Paleri, our referee. Alex Madden looks like she'll check in at the next opportunity along with Emily Purtell for the Red Storm. Free kick here coming from Harnett. Gets towards the top of the 18, looking for the goal scorer recently in Lynch, but Lynch just 5'1", going to be tough to win some of those aerial balls in the box. St. John for Money here. It's around her defender again. This time it's Long. Now Garziano gets through and loses it off the touch strong left. Dropped on back further now for Spillane. Stepping up is Bernardi. Less than 10 minutes to play until halftime with no score. Garziano with a little bit of space in front for Kajan and stepped into and cleared by Petrillo. The numbers certainly sent on Kajan, as they have been all season, and as you would expect for a redshirt senior who has 28 career goals. 11 goals in each of the last 2 seasons, and currently 4 goals this season in what will be a shortened season in terms of a number of games played perspective. Still those 2 subs waiting near the Red Storm bench. See Ian Stone right there, the head coach for St. John's. He's in his 27th season at the helm of this program. Approaching 250 career wins for Coach Stone, 246 here in Queens. Here comes that horn, and that should now allow the substitutions to come on. And here comes Purtell.
Entering the contest for the Red Storm, number 4, Emily Purtell, and number 9, Alex Madden.
And Alex Madden as well on, replacing Collins and Paradis. Both players started, and Paradis is now playing with a yellow card. 37th minute action, no score between St. John's and UConn. Thanks for being with us here on the Big East Digital Network. Here's a run off the far side for UConn Bedoya. Jada Bedoya will win a throw for the Huskies. Drew Casey here with you, the rest of our Big East Digital Network crew inside Belson Stadium. The heavy rain earlier dissipated about 12 noon. The fog has cleared a bit since we've started, but nothing compared to the last couple of days in the greater New York City area. Just beautiful weather. Boyd loses her footing defending Jordan, and that one's knocked away, and it will stay with UConn. Great shot there of the traffic in front as Michelle Money drops back along with Jordan for UConn in the national flag blue. Lynch here, and it is knocked away for a corner kick. So Lynch wins the corner. The energy burst off the bench, who has 3 goals in her last 3 games, including 2 against Villanova on Thursday. He'll be in the box for this one, as Kara Jordan will take the corner. Sophomore from Cromwell, Connecticut. Readies to take this one here. In with the left and sent on further. Looks for a head and got a piece of Capadonna's noggin, but on further and out for a St. John's throw. We are in the 39th minute. We're scoreless. 0-0 between UConn and St. John's. Busy day around the rest of the conference. We'll go around the league coming up at halftime. We'll also take a look at the stats from this one. A couple of highlights as well, and of course get you set for the second half. That's all coming up at halftime here on the Big East Digital Network. A little over 6 minutes until we hit the break, approaching that ever-important carryover 5-minute period. Coaches always talk about last 5 minutes or first 5 minutes of first and second half. Those can really be back-breaking goals, and we're approaching that area now in a scoreless game. This is Kajan for the Red Storm. Money controls. Double teamed, now triple teamed. Able to keep and win it past Mazzo. Boyd racing up, chips ahead for Alex Madden. Fresh off the bench. Madden working on Kuzis. Finds Garziano. Back touch. Garziano has it taken away by Capadonna cleanly. Huskies looking to move in transition. The speedy Jada Bedoya. Freshman along that far side is double teamed, and it can be controlled by Turner momentarily. Spillane for Mazzo. He's been out there since the beginning. On further, Bedoya working on Bernardi. Cross in. Looking for positioning is Lynch and can't get it. And cleared away for what will be a Huskies throw. Under 5 minutes left until the break. We are in the 41st minute of a scoreless game with the shot total 3-2 in favor of St. John's. Lynch winds and fires, and that one was deflected away by the Red Storm defensively, so a corner coming. Second corner that Lynch has won for her side. It'll be the 4th corner kick for the squad from Stores. Quickly sent in, looking for a head. Camp is out, it's loose in front, still loose, and Camp is on top and able to come up with it. That was a clean play on, indicated from our officials. Capadonna and Harnett were in the area, and the biscuit was free. But Jordan Camp able to get on top, making just her second start of the season. Very experienced, though, as the graduate student. Restarts play here. Huskies have had the better of it since Lynch has come on. No surprise with what she's been able to do recently. Here is Lynch. Back touch to herself. Fires with the right from long distance, and it goes wide for what will be a goal kick coming as we approach 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. They restart short to Turner. And sent to Grace Bernardi, who's seen extended time here in this first half. Approaching 20 minutes of action off the bench. She has only played 39 minutes all season, entering play today. At that left back spot, coming on for Nicole Moulter. Kajan is taken down, chipped from behind, and draws the foul call. Just the 3rd foul called against UConn. 3 fouls against both sides. This will be from the edge of the middle third. From well outside, as Garziano will look to push it towards the top of the box. Looks for a head inside. It's loose. Gets all the way to Palacios, and she dives and makes the stop. It got through everybody, but nobody was home on that weak side. And Palacios did have to dive and control that one to keep this one 0-0. Lynch in the area. Turner run into a lot of contact, and foul is called. So Turner will restart. We're under 2 minutes left to play in this first half in what is a scoreless game, 0-0. First meeting was a 1-0 decision in favor of UConn. The goal came early in the 11th minute from Yamali Evelard. She is now on the bench. Expect to see her in the second half. This is Madden for Michelle Money. Back for Brooke Boyd, who does have one goal on the year from her right back spot. It was against UAlbany in the season opener, a dominant performance from St. John's, which they won 5-0. Sub coming for St. John's, Kajan will check out. And Shannon Moore will come on for St. John's. Junior appearing in just her second game of the season after a very active year in 2019 when Catherine Turner was out for the year with injury. We're inside the final minute of play. This is Schiller. Looked ahead for Madden, but nothing doing. Any reserve players currently on for both teams with less than a minute to go. This is Bedoya working on Bernardi for the Huskies and wins a throw. Shots are even at 3 and no score. So we approach the final 30 seconds and perhaps one more rush for UConn before we hit halftime. Looking for Lynch. Turner controls towards the corner flag, drops for Bernardi, who mishits that one a bit. Garziano keeps and sends ahead with 13 seconds left to play in the opening half, right to Ian Stone, who hands to Julia Petrillo. And that will just about do it for the first half. 2 seconds and 1, and that is it for the first 45 minutes here in Jamaica, Queens. With the score, St. John's 0 and UConn 0. The shot total even at 3. A competitive first half in Big East Conference action on this Sunday afternoon. Halftime coverage coming up when we return on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi. We are scoreless at halftime in Queens.
Why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right.
John's University, our students believe, serve, explore, and achieve. A Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global university, we are at the heart of where lives are enriched. We provide a transformative education that goes far beyond the classroom. We aspire to do more. And for nearly 150 years, the St. John's story has been the story of New York City. We are New York's team. We are St. John's.
If your money is working toward the same goals, why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right.
Back here with you in Jamaica, Queens, halftime. St. John's and UConn here on the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi. Let's go around the rest of the Big East Conference on a busy Sunday afternoon. Lots of action across the Big East Conference as well as across BEDN. Couple of scores for you. There's a lot of big numbers out there to this point, including Georgetown leading Villanova 5-0 at halftime in their game. So the Hoyas with the win will essentially mathematically clinch a position in the postseason. Providence leads Seton Hall 4-0. That game has less than 10 minutes to go up in Friartown, and likely that one will go the way of the Friars. Other scores, Butler and Marquette are knotted up 0-0 like us at the break, and DePaul has a 1-0 lead on Xavier. You can catch all that action, Butler, Marquette, Xavier, DePaul, and Seton Hall, Providence on the Big East Digital Network. And Creighton is out of conference on the road in Ames, Iowa to take on Iowa State. That'll get going in just about 5 minutes or so. Staying with the Big East Conference, looking around the most potent offenses and individually the scoring leaders across the conference, features a couple of players in our game so far today. As you see, Jessica Garziano with 6 goals and 1 assist for the Red Storm. She is currently third in the Big East, and at the top with 15 points, a pair of players, one from Butler and one from Georgetown, and no surprise there, the two leaders of the respective Midwest and East divisions. In between the pipes, defensively, goals against leaders. UConn does not allow many goals, and they have not allowed a goal in this game so far. As we take a look between the pipes at the goals against leaders for both of these teams, St. John's hasn't surrendered a goal. UConn has not surrendered a goal so far in this one. You see it there. Georgetown at the top, 1 and 2 as you would expect. And Randy Palacios comes in at third with a 0.47 goals against. And Nia Lipkins, who did not get the nod today for the Red Storm, is seventh at just over 1 goal per game. But the Hoyas combining there for zeros and 0.23, well on their way to going to 7-0-1 in conference play with a 5-0 halftime lead. The halftime score of our game is 0-0 between St. John's and UConn. Second half is right around the corner. We'll come on back. We'll give you a look at the first half highlights and first half stats when we return. St. John's 0 and UConn 0 here at halftime.
If your money is working toward the same goals, why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right.
At St. John's University, our students believe, serve, explore, and achieve. A Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global university, we are at the heart of where lives are enriched. We provide a transformative education that goes far beyond the classroom. We aspire to do more. And for nearly 150 years, the St. John's story has been the story of New York City. We are New York's team. We are St. John's.
If your money is working toward the same goals, why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right. If your money is working toward the same goals, why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right.
At St. John's University, our students believe, serve, explore, and achieve. A Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global university, we are at the heart of where lives are enriched. We provide a transformative education that goes far beyond the classroom. We aspire to do more. And for nearly 150 years, the St. John's story has been the story of New York City. We are New York's team. We are St. John's.
If your money is working toward the same goals, why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right.
Back here in Jamaica, Queens, St. John's and UConn are at the break. Big East Women's Soccer on the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi. Let's take a look at the first half highlights from this game, all tied up at 1. Early on, St. John's, they had a couple of chances off of some corner kicks, but the goalkeeper for the Huskies, Randy Palacios, well, she was strong throughout. Jordan Camp getting the start, just her second start of the season for the Red Storm, in for Nia Lipkins today. Chances early on for the Huskies as well. This was one of the good chances. This is Jani Kajan stepping in and firing with the left foot. Palacios there and able to clean up the rebound as well. Another look at this one. It was the short corner, one touch, one shot fire, and Palacios there to grab on top of it. One of her 3 first-half saves. This was perhaps the best chance as the shot from Money was blocked aside and stopped by Kara Long. Huskies had a couple of good chances late, especially with the insertion of Isabel Lynch into the lineup, as we would expect. 3 goals in the last 3 games off the bench, and it's a pretty good chance it got loose. Lynch tried the half bicycle there, but in the way was the keeper, Jordan Camp. 0-0 the score after 45 minutes. First half numbers, the shot total slight edge for the Red Storm, 4-3. On goal, 3-1 in favor of St. John's, thus making those the save totals. Conversely, 3 for UConn and 1 for St. John's. Fouls and corners relatively even, both 4-3 in favor of the Huskies, and St. John's was offsides once in the first 45 minutes of play. The second 45 minutes coming up on the way. St. John's and UConn, we are scoreless here from Jamaica, Queens. The second half is coming up next when we return here on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi.
At St. John's University, our students believe, serve, explore, and achieve. A Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global university, we're at the heart of where lives are enriched. We provide a transformative education that goes far beyond the classroom. We aspire to do more. And for nearly 150 years, the St. John's story has been the story of New York City. We are New York's team. We are St. John's.
If your money is working toward the same goals, why keep it in different places? SoFi is a one-stop shop for your finances, designed to work better together. Spend with SoFi and get cashback rewards that automatically go toward your goals, like investing in stocks, ETFs, and crypto. That's better together. Or pay down your SoFi debt sooner. That's better together. And that's how SoFi is helping millions get their money right.
Second half kickoff coming up in just a moment between the Red Storm of St. John's and the Huskies of UConn. No score through the first 45 minutes. St. John's concluding their final warm-ups and preparations before the second 45 minutes. This game much more critical for the Red Storm in terms of the standings. A loss for St. John's would make it very difficult to reach the postseason. The Huskies, a win would keep them in second place in the East Division. Really just one spot up for grabs for postseason competition. Georgetown will move to 7-0-1 today. They currently lead 5-0 in their game at halftime. So just one spot to be had amongst UConn, Providence, and St. John's when the season is all said and done, with less than 5 games remaining for all sides. UConn huddle there on the road. Made the trip down from Storrs earlier. St. John's wants to make it a tough bus ride back following the conclusion of this one. And it's really turned into a somewhat pleasant afternoon. Didn't think I would utter those words after heavy rains all morning, stopped around noon. Heavy fog conditions, as you saw if you were with us early in the first half, but clear amongst the playing surface. The sun is not out. We don't want to get greedy as Randy Palacios trots to the goal on the far left near Carnesecca Arena here on the campus of St. John's in Queens. The Red Storm switch sides as well. Jordan Camp, experienced senior and now graduate student leader, leading the conversation here. For the Red Storm, we look to get to 500 in league play, currently 2-3-1, and punctuate and split a weekend after losing 3-2 to Seton Hall on Thursday. The Huskies looking for a sweep after knocking off Villanova at home on Thursday. Johnny Kajan in the center circle as our officials get set for the second 45 minutes of action. Both goalkeepers are set to go, as is Kajan and the Red Storm and the Huskies. And we are back to live action. The second half underway from Belson Stadium here on the Big East Digital Network. Drew Casey here with you. So glad you've decided to join us for the Johnnies and the Huskies. UConn moving left to right in this second half in the national flag blue base uniforms with the white numbers. St. John's will move right to left in the white base uniforms with the red numbers and trim. Largely, the starting lineups have returned for both sides after we saw as many as 6 substitutions for the Red Storm in the first half, 4 for UConn, and a foul called on the far side. They'll get Collins for being too aggressive on the challenge there to keep on the edge of the attacking third of the field. Collins in the first half played nearly each minute, 37 minutes, committed 1 foul, now 2, and did have one of the 4 shots for the Red Storm. Kajan, Collins, Garziano, and Money had the shots for St. John's. Evelard, Capadonna, and Lynch had the shots for UConn. No surprises in any of those names. Just 90 seconds into this second half, Huskies with their first rush of the second 45. And cleared away by St. John. And last touched by UConn. Revisiting some of our keys to the game, St. John's wanting to keep the ball on the field, keep it low, and avoid the aerial game, feet to feet. And twofold playing through pressure. 1, the pressure that UConn provides, and 2, the pressure of a must-win game. On the UConn side, winning on the road. Huskies have yet to win on the road this season. Money for Kajan. Loose towards the top of the 18. Also the transition game for UConn. Using outlets along the sidelines, defense to offense. And maintaining the consistency that they've had seemingly for 95+% of the season. In what has been a fruitful campaign for UConn, 6-2-1, 4-2-1 in league play. St. John's, impressive 3-0 in non-league games, 5-3-1 overall, 2-3-1 in Big East games. UConn is second in the Big East Division. St. John's is currently 4th. This is Collins dropping back for Boyd, who sends it ahead. Looking for Hornsey, but knocked away, and it will stay with the Red Storm. Brooke Boyd, the junior right back, restarts play, looking for Hornsey off this left side. Red Storm will have the first opportunity here. Garziano for the corner kick coming. First corner of the second half. It will be corner kick number 4 for the Red Storm. A line set of 5 in the middle of the box for St. John's. Looking for a head, St. John and Collins. No one could get it. And cleared by Kara Jordan into the Huskies bench over near the trainer's table. It will stay with the Red Storm as Moulter comes to take the throw. Looks like Moulter and Boyd have swapped sides of the field. Moulter on the right back, Boyd on the left now. It's the typical change. They had switched early on in the first half. Here's Turner, sent on for Boyd, but a bit too far and out over the near sideline. St. John's remaining games, they will host Georgetown at home here at Belson Stadium Saturday before traveling to Providence the following Thursday, April the 8th. There's also a postponed game with Providence still to be scheduled. UConn heads to Seton Hall next Saturday and then hosts Georgetown the following Thursday, April the 8th. This one here today, though, certainly the primary focus at the moment. In the 51st minute, no score between both of these sides. Shots 4-3 in favor of St. John's, all of those coming in the first half. Paradis puts this one ahead for money and gets it right back, dealing with Conti on the rush, who attempts the tackle and will win it for the Huskies. UConn outscoring opponents this year 17-4, including 13-4 in conference games. Not many chances in this one. Evellard tried to get in the way of that camp clearance. Michelle Money, who came on as a substitute in the first half, has remained on here in the second. Came on for Annie Wysong. There's Jani Kajan. Had a quick rest towards the end of the first half. Throw-in comes here from UConn after some instructions from Margaret Rodriguez, the third-year head coach that you just saw there. One of the all-time greats as a player. Chance for one of her players, Evellard, looking to get by Turner. Dropped off out wide for Harnett pushing up. Hornsey and Boyd with her. Harnett again. Turner crashing over. And slide tackles that one out for what will be a long throw coming for UConn. It will be Harnett. Evellard had her pass knocked away by Boyd, and here's Garziano, but it's taken away here by Zaccanini, who's through. Zaccanini gets through, cleanly tackled. Now Evellard sends this one well wide, lots of pace, and it winds for a long throw. Best rush of the second half so far. Little more than 7 minutes in. 53rd minute action in Queens. 0-0 between St. John's and UConn, with the shot totals just 4-3 in favor of the host Red Storm. Weather has cleared, fog and rain, no issue at the moment. Turner trying to keep this from becoming a corner and is able to do so. Tic-tac-toeing around and now taken by Conti. Drops for Evellard. St. John clears, not out of trouble. Conti keeps once, twice, and that one will head out of bounds for a goal kick. So the speedy Conti nearly creating a golden chance by herself. But instead, just a short goal kick. We've seen that a bunch with Camp, looking to break out from behind. Very good communicator, and setting it up from the back is the graduate keeper from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Does have one save today, her only save of the season. Just her second start. This one's through for Kajan. An onside play at the moment. Not so fast. Kajan was offsides. The flag goes up on the far side. Took a second for the flag to come up, but Kajan had not yet touched the ball and was in an offside position. That is the second time that St. John's has been offside this afternoon. So when he gets all the way to the box, off the head of St. John, and because it was the head, Camp can play. 55th minute now. Still scoreless between UConn and St. John's. St. John ahead. A little bit out of the reach of Kajan from Paradis, who got the start today. Grace Paradis and Annie Wysong getting the start. With no Isabel Aviza, no Nikki Gordon today. This one sent on further and stopped and controlled by Collins. Now it's Lucy Capadonna. Pass ahead along the far side for Cara Jordan. Able to keep in, but controlled by St. Jean on the back end. The defensive cores have been solid for both teams. Michelle Money's run in the first half still probably stands as the best chance for either side, and the shot was blocked by Kara Long. Palacios was in good position for the UConn defense in cage, but it never got to her, so she did not have to come up big. This is Kajan. Very similar start to this second half compared to the first half. Heavy game in the middle third with not many quality chances as both teams look to get the rhythm back that they found out of the halftime break. Garziano gets through traffic, play on advantage. 3 teammates ahead, goes wide to Hornsey, who has to stop her run to control. Give and go, back to Hornsey from Kajan, cross in, and stopped there momentarily by Kuzis. And they go out wide, fundamentally sound. Harnett going wide to clear. Much safer play. Huskies like using the outlet to start the offense anyway. Here's Mazzo in the center of the field. Paradis on her back hip. Gets by St. Jean. Long distance firing and well wide of cage. Certainly still an overcast day, a cloudy day, without a doubt. More rain expected later. Lots of wind expected tonight as well in the area. Some wind warnings posted for this evening. And whenever it's windy at Belson Stadium and you're playing soccer, look out. You can see some of the straps behind the goal cage whipping as well. Game earlier this year, UConn, or rather St. John's and Villanova here at Belson Stadium. And it was a project. If you were playing golf, you would probably hit the ball backwards. It was that windy. Far side, this is Jordan, a bit too far off her reach. And we have a substitute coming on for the St. John's Red Storm. Looks like Wysong is back in for Money, and that is indeed the change. So Wysong started this match and played the first 19 minutes, and then Michelle Money, since that point, has played the last 38. And now it's Wysong coming on off the bench here in the 58th minute. Red Storm looking to run in transition. Kajan with some space, looking to beat Petrillo to the ball, but it will be Petrillo. And cleared out over the far sideline. Numbers will come forward for both St. John's, and UConn drops back. Moulter coming up to take the throw. Wysong and Collins setting out on the edge of the box with Paradis out on way high there. To Collins. Short to Wysong. And controlled by UConn and Capadonna. Lucy Capadonna, with 2 goals this year, has it taken away. Belson Stadium turf was never really an issue with all the rain that came earlier, and it's certainly dried out. We have not had any significant rain since 12 noon. A couple of misty drizzles in the pregame and early in the first half, but in pretty good shape at the moment. And the fog is burned off. Evelard here on the near sideline working with Hornsey. Gets by her and gives to Zaccanini. Back to Evelard. Reversing the field with a strong chip. Sent on in from the left side. Boyd clears. And past Evelard. Came from Kara Long, that cross in. Here's Hornsey. Looking for Collins, instead off the noggin of Kuzis. Approaching 15 minutes into this second half. 60th minute action between St. John's and UConn. The shots are even at 4 apiece. Only one of those shots has come here so far in the second half. That one shot from UConn. And it was from 30-plus yards out. No golden chances. Kuzis to take this free kick. Sails all the way into the box. Gets one head of Capadonna. Evelard noggined. This one sent in and cleared away by Turner. Blocked shot as that one from Capadonna may have headed towards that back post. Strong defense, the best chance for UConn in the second half on that sequence. Another shot registered. And Mazzo and UConn buzzing a bit here. Turner steps into that one, though. Now for Evillard. Evillard gets around Garziano. Evillard, Conti, advantage play here. Conti, shot, and it's just wide. Play just goes wide. Evillard not sure why the foul wasn't called. An advantage was given in such a dangerous area. Let's take another look at what transpired here. Conti working through all the contact, fires the shot. It goes just wide. Here comes the corner now coming in after that. Fight for it in the air. It's still loose, and Boyd can clear off the body of Zaccanini on the way through. And the Huskies maintaining the pressure, looking to take control of this one. 0-0 our score between UConn and St. John's. Huskies have been the better offensive team over the course of the last 10 minutes. Throughout the season, the teams have been even. Turning and firing is Kuzi's, and they'll say it was deflected on the way through. It was Mazzo with the shot. So another corner coming. Changes first for both teams. Moulter checks out for St. John's. And Bernardi is back on. And Jada Bedoya comes on for the Huskies. Corner kick coming on towards the back post and dangerously skirts across the goal mouth. And it will result in a goal kick. Indecision from the officials, and they now characterize it as a goal kick. We're in the 63rd minute here in Jamaica, Queens on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi. Drew Casey here with you, our great crew, led by Dagan Hughes with us today. And no score between the Red Storm and the Huskies. Shot totals now 6-4 in favor of UConn, and the Huskies have all 3 shots here in the second 45 minutes of play. Controlled the action for the last 7 to 10 minutes after it was a largely middle third beginning to this second half. Horn sounds, that would mean a substitution. And it looks like Michelle Money is back on. It will be Money for Garziano. You'd have to think it'll be just a short rest for Garziano, who leads this St. John's team with 6 goals and an assist on the year. Bedoya here drops it with speed for Mazzo. Evillard with some space, one-on-one with Boyd. Evillard shot blocked. Now Evillard on Turner. Hornsey as well. Dropped back for Harnett. Sent in, Money deflects. Came up high, almost got a hand of Bedoya. And cleared as far as the edge of the dangerous area. Advantage granted there as Collins was almost falling down. We've had a lot of advantage signals in this match. 20 minutes now into this second half. And still scoreless here in the 65th minute. Mentioned it a few times, this, as St. John's head coach Ian Stone termed it, it's a must-win game. I know that, you know that, and the team knows that. It's been a verbal message. A young team that he hopes can respond to the pressure of a game like this, a playoff feel the rest of the way for the Red Storm in this 2021 spring competitive season. Jani Kajan sends this one ahead. Hornsey, an onside play for Collins. Chipped away from her by Petrillo. And sent to Evillard. Off the back shoulder of Collins, tried to send it ahead off the feed from Hornsey on the near side. Now to Money. Michelle Money for Annie Wysong, both on the field at the same time. Kajan shields and controls. Looking for an outlet. Instead, she'll fire. It deflects in and will get all the way to the goalkeeper for UConn with no pressure. And Randy Palacios on top of it again has not faced a shot here in this second half. Shot total has now climbed to 7-4 in favor of UConn. All 4 shots in the second half from the Huskies as this one's cleared out, and Evellard not pleased with that sequence. Collins will check out. On comes Alex Madden. Madden, who has appeared off the bench in every game. A little over 150 total minutes, but definitely a potent scorer off the bench in her career at St. John's. 2 goals in her career overall with 2 years at Fairfield. She has 21 career goals. She's on the ball now and has it knocked away, and she's knocked down by Petrillo for what will be a throw-in, and Boyd will come up to take and try and power this one perhaps into the box. We approach the halfway mark of the second half. Hornsey here sends this one in and right to the keeper for the Huskies, Palacios. And no further trouble. Shouldered ahead by Bedoya. Now it's Conti waiting for some reinforcements. Back to Bedoya, defended by Bernardi, who's come on as reserve in both halves for Moulter on the back line. Money, a clean tackle there on Bedoya. Wysong ahead for Kajan. Little too much pace. And sent on back by Kuzis to Palacios with the bright neon green cleats. Caught a hand on the way through there, so it will be a free kick coming. They'll reset right around the center circle. Kuzis will take this free kick. UConn has sent 5 forward into the box. The Red Storm have dropped back 8. Hornsey knees it ahead to Kajan. Chipped on further, now Wysong. Controls for a moment and has it knocked away for a throw-in for St. John's. You're just joining us. No score here. We're in the second half of what is now the 69th minute here in Queens. First half was relatively even. St. John's with likely the best chance of the night so far. A Michelle Money run and a big collision here. And a free kick will be coming from that spot from a wide angle. The Huskies have controlled the play in the second, and they'll have a free kick from a dangerous area. Taking another look here. The run and just a lot of contact there. Bedoya running right through the defense. And the free kick awarded, and it will be well out wide. Harnett will take just in front of the sideline. Kajan and Madden will set up the wall of 2. UConn has put 5 players on the top of the 18. St. John's matches with 6 and a 7th. As it's on the way through, it got all the way through and past St. Jean and deflected away wide. Ball came in almost in slow motion after Capadonna was in the area. Before the corner, a substitute coming on for the Huskies. Evellard is coming out. And we see Sofia Danico-Kolchitsky for the first time. The senior from Chappaqua, New York. Corner on the way for UConn. One hop low. It's loose in front and cleared away. Catherine Turner. And a foul was called as Turner was absolutely run into along that line. And a yellow card is coming out for Jada Conti. Well, took a awkward trajectory after it was connected with, and that's because there was some significant contact. So Conti goes into the book, the first UConn player to pick up a yellow card. Grace Paradis had a yellow card. Here's another look as Turner cleared that with the right and then just had nowhere to go but run into Conti. Second look, not sure it's a yellow card perhaps, but a foul nonetheless. Inside of 20 minutes left to go in what is a scoreless game. The free kick right around the center circle here for Kuzis. Seen a bunch of these over the last few minutes. This one in, headed down by Paradis, who is playing with a yellow. Chipped for Danica Kolchitsky. Fresh legs for the senior. Dropped on back now. Sent in by Petrillo. And it will get through everybody. This is the first time we've seen Sofia Danica Kolchitsky in this match. She did not appear in the first half. Does have one goal on the year. It was against Northeastern and scored 8 goals as a sophomore 2 seasons ago. So Jessica Garziano is back on after a quick rest as expected. Replacing Hornsey for St. John's in the lineup as they look to mount a little bit of offense. It's been all UConn, but no goal to speak of just yet. Michelle Money up ahead for Jani Kajan, who has been certainly kept at bay by the UConn defense. Garziano with Danica Kolchitsky there. And dropped on further back for Turner. Stepped into by Zaccanini. She moves ahead, fakes left, takes it herself for Mazzo, who expected her to go right. Instead, it went left. Paradis and Garziano stepping through. Looking for Kajan, but over her head and off the head of Melina Kuzis, who has just been phenomenal in this one. St. John runs into a UConn Husky. And Mazzo, foul called. St. John's bench not happy with that determination. Kuzis will take this free kick from about 35 yards out. Late in this game, second half action all the way through, and it gets all the way in! Kuzis, it got a piece of Danica Kolchitsky on the way, and it is 1-0 in favor of the UConn Huskies. Not much going on, but UConn has taken the 1-goal advantage on a free kick from 35 yards out, and they lead it 1-0 here late in the 73rd minute in Queens this afternoon. The Red Storm seemingly stopped after that one got through, and UConn did not make a run. They didn't need to, as it got all the way on and into the back of the net past Jordan Camp. As we take another look here, fired in, and Danica Kolchitsky did not get a piece of it, and she started in what was certainly an onside position when the ball was knocked. Officially, they're going to give it to Danica Kolchitsky, but on second look, not so sure she got a piece of it. Regardless, it is a 1-0 game in favor of UConn, with the assist officially going to Kuzis at the moment. So the Huskies continuing to pressure, and they cash in here in the second half. It's been all UConn since the break in the last 20 minutes or so. Now, can the Red Storm equalize? Or will the Huskies look for more? They won the first game 1-0 between these two teams, and they have that lead now with less than 17 minutes to play. Ava Collins is back on, replacing Alex Madden. For Danica Kolchitsky, second goal of the year, 10th of her career officially credited with. If it's later changed to Kuzis, it would be her first of the season, second of her career. At the moment, 1-0 in favor of UConn. Goal coming just seconds ago. If you stepped away for a moment, 73rd minute, the goal coming on a free kick from 35 yards out that was only touched by one in Danica Kolchitsky, or not at all on the way in. St. John clears over on one hop to the far sideline of St. John's. So desperation time in a must-win game for St. John's. As UConn restarts on the far side, Mazzo is it knocked away, and a corner kick coming. What will be the 8th corner kick for UConn? They've controlled play thus far. Danica Kolchitsky will head over to it. So far, the hero for this UConn team, coming on off the bench and scoring in just her 3rd minute on the field. Been on the field for 6 for this corner. Floating in high. Catches the head of Capadonna and cleared away by Garziano. And the whistle sounds and a foul. Under 15 minutes to play. We're in the 76th now here in Queens. Jordan Camp with the short restart. Sent on ahead by St. John, looking for Kajan. And it will get all the way back to Jordan Camp, who restarts with the punt towards Wysong. Headed down by Carol Long. Works the sideline and has it knocked away as it goes into the St. John's bench. Sub coming. It will be Angelina Scoma and Emily Pertel coming on. Paradis and Wysong to the bench. This one is knocked away, last touched by St. John's. Less than 14 minutes to play. The lone goal in this one coming just a few moments ago. In the 73rd minute, long free kick from Melina Kuzis and knocked in by Sofia Danica Kolchitsky. Didn't get very much of it, if she got a piece of it at all. And the Huskies have the 1-0 advantage here in this critical game. UConn with a win will stay in 2nd place in the East Division. St. John's with a loss become very difficult for them to qualify for the postseason. Flip the script though, and it's really wide open for that 2nd position. Garziano pushes this one ahead for Kajan, but Kuzis with the assist able to clear that one defensively. Garziano here with the quick restart as we're now under 13 minutes left to play. Bernardi has stepped ahead. Bernardi sends this one in, and it's well wide of everything. And it will be a goal kick for the Huskies. Just a couple of games left for both sides. St. John's with 3 more games after today. UConn with 2 more. Next in action, St. John's will host Georgetown next Saturday. And UConn will travel to Seton Hall on Saturday, 6 days from now. Collins looking to get through Harnett. Collins on ball here. Ava Collins for St. John's. Fended off and towards the corner flag and sent into the stands for a long throw-in coming. This is Pertel for Scoma. 2 that have just come on for the Johnnies clad in white. Looking for St. John in the center circle. Nothing doing with Bernardi to her right. Hornsey. Looks like she'll check in at the next opportunity. This one sent in for Garziano. And she can't keep. Runs out of real estate for what will be a goal kick for the Red Storm. Or rather, for the Huskies. UConn 1, St. John's nothing. Sofia Danica Kolchitsky, the goal scorer. Couple of subs coming for UConn. Bedoya checks out. So does Conti. On comes Isabel Lynch. And Kara Jordan also coming on for UConn inside the final 11 minutes with a 1-0 lead. St. John's pressuring a bit here. They'll make a change. Hornsey replaces Money. And Bernardi will take this throw. 1-0 UConn, shots 8-5 in favor of the Huskies. And 5-1 in the second half. Free kick now coming for St. John's as Kajan was taken down on the play. Take the free kick from just in front of the UConn bench. Wide angle from 30 yards out. Kajan with the left foot towards goal, looking for a head, but it works its way right to the keeper for the Huskies, Palacios. We approach the final 10 minutes. First test for Palacios in this second half. Just there moments ago. It's been very quiet. The Huskies have controlled the possession and have controlled the offensive play. It's resulted in the only goal of the game off a set piece from close to 40 yards out. From the player on ball now at the moment, Danica Kolchitsky. Chipped ahead for Skoma, or taken by Skoma. Now for Collins for the Red Storm. Back to Skoma. Little confusion at the direction, it seems. And a throw-in for St. John's. They'll drop it back for Brooke Boyd, who will take and wait. Here comes another change. Frederic St. Jean will check out, and Alexis Casilla has come on. Defensively on the back line for the Red Storm. Player that can perhaps push up if needed. This one sent on further and cleared out by UConn and Kuzis. Less than 9 minutes to play now between St. John's and UConn. Skoma with a little bit of space here. As her pass taken away, intended for Purtell. Here's Jordan with Lynch ahead. Still Jordan making her run on the far side. Lynch in the middle. Lynch is open. Isabel Lynch fires a shot, and it goes wide as Turner gave up the body. Catherine Turner in the center of that St. John's defense. The most valuable players for this Red Storm team. Lynch nearly made it 2-0 for the Huskies. This one instead kept at the moment at 1-0. Kajan skips back for Purtell. Purtell ahead looking for Collins. And a bit too strong as Palacios is off the line to control. And she'll take some air out of the ball as we approach 8 minutes to play. UConn, the only goal so far in the 73rd minute on a set piece from 40 yards out. Sofia Danica Kolchitsky officially credited with it. It may have gone in independent off the free kick from Kuzis. Collins looking to get on this one. Can't get there. And it is cleared for what will be a long throw. '83rd minute here this afternoon. St. John's looking to equalize this game. Skoma with the right, sent on in, looking for Hornsey. Couldn't get on top of it. Wysong was, or rather Long, was defending. This shot coming in from Bernardi. That's high and wide. First shot from Grace Bernardi all season there. As we roll under 7 minutes to play. Time not the friend of the Red Storm. Huskies content to watch this one bleed out. Looking for their 5th conference win, 3rd straight victory, and 7th win overall to maintain their 2nd place hold in the Big East's East Division in the 2021 spring configuration. Kolchitsky sends this one ahead, looking for Jordan, but instead taken by Casilla. And it will stay with UConn. Under 6.5 to play. Each of these teams get a couple of days before their next match with the holiday next weekend. Only a 1-game weekend. It'll be Saturday for both sides. St. John's hosts Georgetown. UConn travels to Seton Hall. We roll into the 85th minute now. And a corner kick will come for UConn. It'll be their 9th. Looking to make it a 2-goal lead. And to make it even more difficult for the Red Storm to come on back. And it will be Kolchitsky, who's come on as a replacement in the second half, has the goal. They go short, and they'll play the game in the corner. Try and win another one. As the flag goes down and the ball stays in play. This one sent in. Garziano chipped on forward. Long miss hits, and that will trickle out over the end line, and a goal kick coming, and quickly coming from Camp. Skoma tried to find Kajan, but that sequence unable to occur. Stepped into by Long there was Kajan. Long remains down as this one comes in behind the play. And now the whistle sounds. And they're going to stop the clock with 4 minutes and 49 seconds left to play as Carol Long took a big collision there. Mentioned the next game for both teams. The rest of the way, in terms of the upcoming schedule for the Huskies, who currently lead, with a win, they would move to 7-2-1. If they can do so, it'll be courtesy of the one goal that we saw earlier just about 15 minutes ago. Let's take another look at it and see if we can see if there was definitely a connection with Daniko Kolchitsky. So this is Kuzi's, and coming on, and still really tough to tell if that ball ever changes direction. The reaction of Daniko Kolchitsky seems to point that she got a small piece of it, but just enough. As to her feet is Kara Long, and walking next to the UConn training staff, able to get off on her own power slowly. Maybe trying to determine the clock. They may have seen a couple of extra seconds come off. A lot of confusion, a couple of changes. Collins is coming off, it seems. And now UConn will make the change, or make a couple of changes here. Sophia Weber has come on. Clock paused at 4:48, and now rolling, and we're back to it. 1-0 UConn. Just relived the first goal of the game, the only goal of the game, which came about 15 minutes ago of game time. Late in the second half, less than 5 minutes to go. We're in the 86th minute. UConn holding on to a 1-0 lead, and they have controlled the second half of action. St. John's had a very good chance in the first half with Michelle Money, but not much going here in the second. And Kajan taking down on the play, and a clean tackle. And we play on with Garziano. Strong on the touch. Turner takes, though, as Bernardi drops back. Light rain starting to fall again here in the final few minutes of regulation time. St. John's throw here. Make that Huskies throw as Weber restarts. One sent out by Daniko Kolchitsky. Throw in for Brooke Boyd. Boyd looking for Garziano. Faces and gets around Garziano. Cross in. One hop for Palacios, who's off her line and able to control. Got by her. Red Storm were ready to pounce. Palacios will take some air out of the ball. More seconds ticking off the clock as we approach the 3-minute mark here in regulation in the 87th, soon to be 88th minute. Purtell dropping back for Casilla. Brooke Boyd tying her shoe off screen on the bottom, and she's back to it now. Action now with less than 3 minutes to go. A whistle and a foul is called behind the play. It's on Hornsey. So the ball will come all the way back as the clock continues to roll. And a free kick coming for UConn. Who likely won't put this one in the air till at least 2:25. But told to do so a little bit quicker from Harnett. And the Red Storm can control. Down 1-0 the score. UConn in front. Final 2.5 minutes. Garziano here. Skoma, give and go for Boyd. Back to Garziano with some space. Gets the step. Cross in. And it's right on goal and easily controlled by Palacios. Again, the senior goalkeeper from Vienna, Virginia. Content to take a few extra seconds. Under 2 to play now. This is Harnett. Ian Stone. Acrobatic play there to keep that one alive and got it back to her teammate a lot quicker. Approaching 90 seconds to play. The UConn coaching staff telling their team to calm down and be calm through the final less than 90 seconds now, and they'll get a free kick here. Red Storm running out of chances. Likely only one more opportunity as the Huskies will take the free kick here in Jackie Harnett. It gets all the way past the Red Storm, then Schiller. And this will be a free kick. No, it'll be a throw-in. The ball has gotten loose all the way in the deep corner. Teamwork from some of the bench personnel to get that one recovered. Under a minute to play. Skoma trying to get by the referee and was shielded off. And now less than 45 seconds to play. This one sent all the way down. And time running out. This is Lynch with Casilla for St. John's. Now 30 seconds to play. And one more clearance or sustained possession for 10 or 15 more seconds for the Huskies should just about do it. Zaccanini sends it wide to Danica Kolchitsky, officially the goal scorer. 15 seconds to play, and this one is just about done. UConn with possession near their own corner flag. And inside the final 10 seconds, a free kick for St. John's. They try to restart quickly, but time will run out. The UConn Huskies will sweep St. John's. Coming down to Queens, they pick up their first road win of the season, improving to 5-2-1 in Big East Conference play and 7-2-1 overall. They've won 3 in a row and a bit over the hump, winning on the road, something that head coach Margaret Rodriguez was looking for this young team as they come down the stretch, and they have won for the first time away from Stores this afternoon. 1-0 UConn, the final score. The goal coming in the 73rd minute. A free kick from Melina Kuzis from long distance. And Sofia Danica Kolchitsky able to connect. And a tough one for the St. John's Red Storm. It now becomes very, very difficult to qualify for the postseason. It was one that was competitive and very foggy in the first half. No goals scored in the first 45 minutes. The Red Storm had a pretty good chance. This was one of their better ones from Jani Kajan, but they fall to 2-4-1 in league play. St. John's to 5-4-1. That does it for us here on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi. Thanks so much for being with us. For our producer, Dagan Hughes, I'm Drew Casey, saying so long from Jamaica, Queens, and Belson Stadium, where once again the final score, UConn 1 and St. John's 0. We'll see you next time.